Hey, it's Dean Home here with another video. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to take a look at the LS423 digital signage player from BrightsignLS423. So stay tuned. So the 423 has an HDMI port for outputting to the monitor, a 5-volt 2-amp USB port for power. There is a service button and a reset button in there as well. And when you flip it over to the other side, we've got our Ethernet port for publishing the content to the player via the BrightsignLS app, which we'll get into later. A USB port, which is for input. I've connected a mouse to this unit before. I believe you can probably even connect a keyboard and mouse, and we'll experiment with that later as well. And finally, a micro SD port for where the content will live. And also there's a connection for, I guess it would be a VESA mount. So you can mount this to the back of a television or so, some kind of way. Now, most scenarios I see people have a really big stand, or like for a kiosk mode, or the TV is mounted on this. You'd have to find a kind of creative way to connect this up, but there are mounts on there. Alright, so let's get into the setup and how this looks with the software. Okay, before we get started, there's a few things we will need. Okay, so we've got a card reader here for micro SD. A micro SD card. This one happens to be a 4 gig, but I recommend a bigger one. Formatted FAT32. A network cable for publishing your content to the player. And HDMI cables for your display. And finally a USB cable for your power. Okay, so you're going to head on over to brightsign.biz/downloads, where you'll find a list of your player models. So choose the appropriate model for your player, and next you're going to download the BrightsignLS software for that particular model. Okay, so I'm going to actually format this micro SD card, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Should be my F drive. Yep. Let's verify. And again, this is 4 gigs. Just wanted to use a small one. That's what I had laying around. So I'll call it BrightsignLS card. BrightsignLS. That's fine. Okay, so let's just double check, verify. That's good. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to do is switch over to my top-down view over here. Pop that in a second. Should show up in a minute. There we go. There's the BrightsignLS player. Okay, so we've got the BrightsignLS player right here. I just formatted the SD card. And I'm just going to pop it in here. Alright, in the SD card slot. And we've got a USB, Ethernet again, HDMI, and the power. So let's go ahead and get that connected up. There's my HDMI. power. And we'll also plug in our Ethernet too. Let's do the Ethernet real quick since I got that available right away. And I'll lose this signal for a second. You'll see the bright side. Okay, so we've got the BrightsignLS player connected, and got our software already installed. So I'm just going to wait a bit for that to pop up. In the meantime, I'll show you the software. Now, I've already done stuff before with it, so that's why you're seeing these recent presentations, but we're going to start like we've just got this unit brand new, so we'll do everything from scratch. And it already shows that I have one device already connected here. Just hit refresh. See, it says out of range. I don't know why it's saying out of range on my monitor. Very interesting. 1080p 30. Alright, well, what we'll do, we'll make a new presentation. And there we go. Got something here on display coming up. Alright, it says waiting for content to be published. Good. And we'll call this test. And let's see, that's our resolution, that's fine. And we'll hit start from here. Okay, give it another name. Let's see. Alright, okay. So these are our zones here. What we're going to do, we're going to keep it real basic. What I'll do, I'll start with this and we'll leave that, we'll add another zone. And I'll show you later on why I'm going to leave that there. We can put, basically we can put like a background or do different things in there. So what I'll do, I'll drag this zone 2 out a little bit. And if we double click on it to edit it, this is where we can add in our assets. So we got widgets, we got HTML, live feeds. I guess we're going to do an image, so let's figure out what kind of image we want on here. And let's go to my pictures folder, see what I can use. And we'll just grab something easily. Let's see. I'll grab this picture here. Let's scale this over so I can see. All right, where is it? Just so right here. I think I can just drag and drop it. Hit yes, okay, good. Then I'll go back to layout again. And I think it's right in here. That's the background layer. And we'll just go through this and see what we have on here. Audio, so HDMI, sorry. And what else? That's a video or image, that's fine. And the content, I think, here we go. Let's click back here. I think you can send these backward and forward usually. Let's see if I can figure out where that is. Okay, resolution, navigation, there we go. Yeah, definitely. I'm glad I clicked navigation. That's where you're gonna add in your extra zones and things. So let's go ahead and add one more zone. And I'm going to put that right in the corner over here. And this one, instead of an image, we're going to do clock. And if we double click on it, here it is, the clock right here. You can also do calendar, different things. So we'll leave that as time. And we'll go back to layout. Navigator, add zone. Let's see if I can do one more for the calendar. And make it like that. And clock, double click. Make this calendar. Go back to layout. Navigator, add zone. Take this down here. And let's see, what do we want this as a ticker? I'll double click on that and it's live feed. And I think if you double click here, the source, this is where you put in like a RSS feed. So let's see, oops. Let's see if we can find that tech RSS feed. Okay. I think if I copy here, I should be able to paste that in here. Validate it. Okay, that one didn't work. Let's try this one. That one. You'll know if it works, as when you hit validate, won't give you this error. Check the URL or try one. Okay. Yeah, that should be, maybe that's not the right one. Type. I'm going to try another one here. Copy. And paste. There we go. See? Yeah, it'll just tell you that it's successful once you get the right information in. Alright, so we're going to save this. And looks like this is ready over here. So let's minimize all this stuff here. And looks like our stuff is ready to be published. We've got new, this presentation right here. If I hit publish, let's see what happens. There's a test demo. And hit OK. So I forgot I need to select the player. So it shows up right here on the left side on your local network. That's the actual player here. So I'm going to click on it and then hit publish. Try that again and see. And it's transferring right now. So 9 of 10. Okay, it's already done. And the BrightsignLS player just restarted. So we'll give it a few seconds, a few minutes or so to do what it's doing. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. How you set this stuff up. This was just like a basic. I wanted to just kind of get your feet wet in how this thing is set up, and they have some more advanced ones. This is just an entry-level player, but it does a lot for an entry level to me. You can play back videos. I've even had it working with an encoder where I was able to stream from a video switcher to the encoder, and then the encoder would feed the player. Really worked out well. Okay, looks like it's doing something here. Let's see what happens. Okay, as you see here, we've got it. Got the picture and the ticker. I don't have my time for some reason, but I think it's probably because it's located behind. So let's check that out. Just gonna save this real quick. Go to layout. So this here needs to be sent behind. That's zone 1. Actually, I could see if I can take it off. Yeah, let's do that and then publish it. Oh, it showed up anyway. There we go. Okay, it was just a little slow. Okay, so there it is, my time. Sorry, this thing is getting in the way. Got the time, the calendar, little ticker at the bottom, And typically when you go to like an airport or so, or some sort of a corporate building or facility, you'll see something similar like this on the screen, where you'll have like sometimes even a cable TV channel playing in the window. And then your time and weather, and those are some of the things. If you dig a little deeper into this, you can incorporate like HTML5 widgets in here with the weather and so on. Really nice setup in here. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a brief look at it. If you have any questions on the BrightsignLS players, or even the updated model to this one, which is the LS4, just feel free to drop a comment in there. I'd be glad to share my knowledge with you guys, and we can learn together. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.